Everybody, it's Policies here, and welcome back to a brand new video. So as you guys have probably heard, Donald Trump last week said that he would allow cops to stop and frisk anybody at will if they look like they're suspicious or they're up to something, or if they just think that this person might have something wrong based on their own judgment, they're pretty much their own experience. And of course, we all know that if you allow police to do this, there are police, not all of them, but there are some that do have racial biases towards certain people. And it's more than likely that if police officers have the right to be able to just frisk anybody they want out of nowhere, you're going to see a lot of blacks getting locked up. And it's a scary route to go down. Hillary Clinton has already come out saying that it's not good to be able to frisk people like that. There must be a reason, or they must have done something wrong for police officers to be able to legally frisk them. And this is becoming kind of a trend that we're seeing happening in America right now. The whole militarization of the police force, starting off really in Ferguson and Missouri and continuing to go through these different major incidents that have been happening. And the last few protests we have seen, especially in Missouri and in the Carolinas, is which we've seen the police officers literally looking like the army. They have machine guns, helmets, and yes, the protests that happened in Charlotte were quite violent, and we needed that type of police to be able to stop some of the protesters that were really damaging things. But in general, even on college campuses, you see police officers really starting to treat students like they're not even citizens of this country, and they're really pushing things very far, arresting people just for protesting, really walking around in full-blown army gear. And what I mean by militarization of the police isn't just like they might have a machine gun, but they're using military equipment and tactics. They literally have assault rifles, submachine guns, and flashbang grenades, and grenade launchers, and sniper rifles. I mean, it's literally like the SWAT team walking around, and it's kind of scary because even the conservative movement, they're all about guns, and they're all about seeing this militarization happen. But when it turns on them for some reason, like let's say if Texas wants to break away from the U.S. or something that is against them, they'll be kind of upset that the police have so many tactics that they could use against them. And one video I really wanted to show you guys, which is very, very disturbing, happened just recently in Greensboro, North Carolina. And it really shows you what the American police state would look like. Just sitting on your porch in broad daylight, especially if you're black, and doing literally nothing, just sitting there, could get you punched in the face, arrested, and thrown in jail. So on June 17th, Dejuan was pretty much had a bad day. He was waiting for his mom to meet him in Greensboro, North Carolina. And he was just sitting there. He's been living there on and off for years. And maybe he has a job problem, or maybe he just likes to come back home to see mama. Don't know. But he was pretty much sitting on his porch when the police arrived. Officer Travis Cole, and also another identified female officer, pretty much harassed him and insulted him and intimidated him and even brutalized him just because he was sitting there. They asked him and asked him, what are you doing? And he said, I'm waiting for mom. He told the truth. And they said, well, why are you using a shovel? And he said, I was using a shovel to open the door so I can get in. And yes, that looks suspicious. But instead of tackling the guy and making him feel like an alien, they could have just said, okay, we're going to wait here for your mom to come. Or I think a normal police officer would say, let's go ahead and call your mom, and let's go ahead and talk to her and have her verify. And when he was doing that, the police officers took his phone. They didn't even want the verification. They wanted to beat him up. They wanted to throw him in jail. And this is a really scary situation we're starting to see emerge in the U.S., in which you could be sitting on your own porch, and the police officer doesn't even believe it's your house, and he beats you up, arrests you, and throws you in jail. Go ahead and check this video out.
You don't break it into your mom's house.
I'm breaking in here.
What's with the shovel?
The shovel was here before. I just picked it up off the yard when I got here, sir.
Yeah, they said you tried to open the garage door with it.
No, I didn't. This is what I did. This is what I did. This is what I did. I tried to make sure the dog wasn't in the garage. That's all I tried to do. That's all I tried to do.
All right.
Nothing more.
But you can understand what it looks like.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've been living here for 10 years, sir.
Where's your key, bro?
Huh? I don't have a key. That's why I'm waiting on my mom. She's coming from Raleigh.
Do you actually live here? I mean, still?
I mean, I'm in and out. Yeah, but she told me to wait here for her till she get off the highway, because she was gonna give me some money. I just wanted to make sure the dog wasn't in the garage. That's all. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I know who lives there. I know who lives there. I know who lives there. And I'm fine. Like, I'm good. I'm just sitting here chilling, waiting on mama.
Yeah.
In broad daylight.
Well, what it is I guarantee you, if somebody outside of this cul-de-sac saw it, was like, I better call just to make sure.
Have you ever had a North Carolina ID? For some reason, I'm just not finding your picture, and we just need to make sure that everything's legit before we leave.
I don't know, like, what the problem is. I told him
Uh-huh.
what's going on. My mother name's Olivia.
Yeah.
You asked me my mother's name.
Yeah.
Olivia New York.
Okay. So, there's no problem. It's just that someone called in and said it was suspicious for somebody to be over here
But I'm
carrying a
here
shovel.
every day, though.
That's fine. I don't know that, and we have to make
I
sure.
told him he can prove it to you.
Okay. Do you have an ID with you?
No, I don't.
Okay. What's your name?
Come on.
Spell it for me.
D-E-J. U-A-N. A. Yours. Y-O-U-R-S.
But did you say you pronounce it Yourse?
Yes, pronounce yourself. And
Why don't you just say Yourse then? Instead of yours. I mean, because I wouldn't spell it like that if I heard yours.
People been saying it my whole life.
No, that was me.
Oh, I was about to say it. But come on, we can go ahead.
No. Sit down.
Hey man, why are you doing
I just
this,
said
man?
sit down.
But why are you talking to me like that, bro? I
What
live
are you-
here, bro. The address is on my wallet.
Look,
I mean, on my
Dejuan.
ID.
Dejuan, relax. What's going
I mean,
on?
because y'all.
I didn't do nothing.
I didn't do nothing either.
But look, you seem a little animated. You keep
Yeah,
wanting to get off the
because-
porch,
yeah,
still
because
breathing a little rapidly.
Because the cop is on me at my own house and I ain't did nothing.
But I already explained why we were here.
Okay, but I already told you.
I said it wasn't even that serious. We didn't have to keep calling people and go door to door.
Well, I just wanted to prove it to you because you act like you didn't believe me, sir.
I believe. Look, you have your ID. You told me your name. It matches up, right?
Hold on a second.
So, look, I'm gonna look. Are you gonna have papers or something? Is that what we're
No,
doing?
I ain't got no papers that I know of.
Come
No,
on,
I
man.
mean,
You know,
I'm not
it's
scared to go to jail, bro.
I know you're not.
Okay, I'm just trying to prove to you I live here. And so you start looking at me like I'm lying.
No.
Hey, yo, come to my fucking mom's house. The police is over here. They harassing me.
Okay. Off the phone.
Hey, man, you can't grab my phone like
Brother.
that, man. Hey, man, get off me, man.
Put your hands.
Yeah, man, get off me, man.
I'm asking what?
Get off. Put your hands on me. What are you doing? Man, what are you doing? This is my phone. I can't be on my phone. What are you doing? Why are you going to be a puncher? You're going to punch me. You can't do that. No, I can't. What are you doing? I'm here. Man, you're punching me. Get your hands on the ground. Man, you're punching me. Get on the ground. Hey, man, I'm going to hit you again. Why? Put your hands on me. You did not put your hands on me. Behind your back, yes you are! You were resisting the whole time! Yes, I did! We are not, this is not what I'm doing! I'm not gonna take this! I'm not resisting! I'm not resisting! I am not resisting!
Got him.
I am not resisting!
You were resisting the whole time.
No, I wasn't!
You were resisting
Well, why
the
you
whole time.
I told you!
I told you
multiple times! I'm still in cuffs and you still being the
You're not in cuffs.
I am! Yes, you assault me! I know I did not! Ma'am!
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm sorry! You get off me! 94. No, we ain't gonna tussle anymore. I'm not trying to tussle. I'm sitting down. coffee when they get up here. Why not? My mom's house. Why not? Another people. Tell me why. That's an officer safety issue. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know out there you was my phone. I didn't know. I will let y'all do whatever you have to do, dude. I don't have no weapons on me, man. You gonna do that now? Is that what you're saying? Why aren't you still talking? I'm trying to cooperate, man. Fight you, man. You didn't have to fight me. You fought me because you wanted to. You fought me because you wanted to, and you punched me in my fucking eye, man. No, but you can't do that when I'm not resisting you. No, I wasn't, and you got that love for him.
And, out on Disneywood Court, wherever you're sitting to be right before.
Walk on your own. Get my phone. Walk. Get my phone. After. Why this is necessary? You tell me, man. Because you people.
Mine is overseas, so yes, on Disneywood. Right about 650.
Stop it. What are you doing? You can't do it. Sit right here. Do not fucking move. Don't say another damn word. This is not working out, apparently.
350, 1039, 3131.
So as you can see, that was completely unnecessary. The cop just went from 0 to 100. I mean, he got triggered out of nowhere, especially when Dejuan was giving his mom a call. Triggered. It's like he didn't want the evidence that he was actually living there. He wanted to find a reason to throw Dejuan in jail. And it just went way too far. It's really disgusting. And according to Fox 8, this isn't the first time this officer has done that. He has a record of harassing people and arresting people that should not have been arrested. So this is what a police state will ultimately look like. And this is why I'm terrified, amongst other people, if Donald Trump actually allows police officers to frisk anybody on the streets just for walking down the street, just randomly. It's going to lead to a lot of racial profiling. It's going to lead to a lot of unnecessary arrest. It's going to pretty much lock a whole lot of African Americans up, right? And probably a lot of the poor people too that are white that sometimes might dress like an African American. It's a big issue, and we need to stand up to this. We need to fight against this because this isn't where we want to see the country go. We do not want to see the country become a military police state. It looks nasty. It is nasty, and it's going to take away our freedoms. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and slap a like on it. Click that like button below, subscribe, and I'll see you all again tomorrow. Peace.